Hi everyone, we're going to evaluate the derivative of a trigonometric function at a given point using the chain rule. And the first thing I'm going to do is rewrite this, especially when using the chain rule. Remember, we put the 3 right after the trig secant by convention, but it's really this. So that's going to help us with the chain rule. You can take the derivative. The 37 goes away. That's just going to be 0. And then you're going to bring the 3 in front. So it's going to be minus 3 times the secant of 2x. And then 3 minus 1 is 2. Then you take the derivative of secant. Derivative of secant is secant 2x times tan of 2x. Then you have to take the derivative of this inner function, which is just 2. And basically you can move this 2 right in front, right there. Now, cleaning all this up, I'm going to go ahead and move the, actually I'm going to multiply the 2 times the negative 3. So we get negative 6, and then we have 3 of these. We've got 2 here and 1 here. So that's going to be secant cubed the 2x, and then we just have 1 of these. So that's going to be tan of 2x. Very simple since we're just multiplying all this. And then we're going to evaluate at 0. So basically we're just going to get negative 6, and if you plug in 0 in these, you're just going to get 0. So our answer is 0. And the next set is this one. So I'm going to go ahead and rewrite this a little bit. This is x to the negative 1, and this one's going to be cosine of x to the 1/2. Alright, now let's take the derivative. So you get negative 2x. Oh, this wasn't negative 2, this was just negative 1. See, I could hear you all talking. So now we're going to have to the negative 2. This would be negative 1. Oh boy. Alright, so this is supposed to be negative 1. So we're going to have negative x to negative 2. Now we're going to do our chain rule. This will end up being 1/2, negative 1/2. And the derivative of cosine is negative sine. Now, I'm going to clean all this up. So we're going to get negative 1 over x squared. And I'm going to go ahead and distribute this negative out front. So it's going to be minus. And I'm going to have 1 times sine of x over square root of cosine of x. Now all I have to do is plug in my pi over 2 for my x. So when I plug in pi over 2, we're going to notice that the derivative, that pi over 2, well, it will work in there, but over in this section it's going to end up being undefined, because you're going to have derivative sine of pi over 2 is 1, and cosine of pi over 2 is 0. So that's undefined. So we have none. We're just going to put undefined. And that's all. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.